Dude,
OnlyFans link in my bio. Even Israeli
the
guy.
most loyal listeners. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Gentleman Games podcast. I am Andrew, and here we have the guy in the black shirt, Karan, and the guy in the blue sweater, Yakov, the originator of the podcast. What is going on, boys?
Chilling.
Just
Arm day
chilling
today.
and welcome to the podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Just want to take
Thank you.
the few minutes to shout out to the people that have watched our YouTube clips, watched our
Mhm.
YouTube episodes, also on our Instagram. Put up some episode clips of the new episodes that are coming up every week on Friday. I'm much appreciated from all you guys listening and watching.
Yeah, thank
Yep.
you. Yeah, I was surprised how fast our YouTube Shorts gained in views.
Yeah, pretty
That's
hard to
crazy.
figure out the algorithm of like how. Well, I was gonna plug the last episode about how social media has evolved with trying to get views and trying to get followers and everything like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, topic that we are talking about is about simple living. Basically, how expensive it is to stay here, basically in Canada, where we are, where we live right now. How the housing market is going up, groceries are going up, anything like that, job security, all that stuff that is becoming like a big thing later on, like when later years it just becomes more expensive.
Mhm. I'll start it off because we actually had to redo this episode because my files got
Yeah.
corrupted. So if we release the same clip, you'll notice it's kind of different, but we're just
Yeah.
redoing that same topic. I'll start off same as I did the last one by reading off the statistics for the cost of living in Canada, just to kind of give people who maybe aren't Canadian viewers an idea. So it says here the summary of cost of living in Canada. A family of four estimated monthly costs is around $6,219. Single person estimated monthly cost is $3,479. And the cost of living in Canada is more expensive than in 84% of countries in the world. So that kind of just gives like a rough idea the state of the economy.
Yeah, I mean, I was born like in Toronto, and then growing up in Mississauga, as I was getting older, everything started to like go up, more more stuff going on, like buildings and all that stuff. They're just starting to
Mhm.
like pile up everything, like it's becoming the new downtown Toronto right now. It's like the big thing that everyone likes to come now. It's like the alternative of a downtown Toronto right now.
Mhm. Yeah. Even like, because I moved to Toronto when COVID hit, and I was in uni at the same time. And that was like the hardest time of my life, balancing uni, like especially tuition costs and obviously paying rent monthly and then groceries. It was just way too hard. And it's,
Way too hard. Yeah.
yeah,
Especially when you are living alone and you are doing the college in background as well, right?
yeah,
So you are doing some part-time work. You are handling the university projects and everything.
yeah,
Then you have to figure out your rent, your grocery, your schedule and everything.
yeah.
And with like everything, like every passion and everything we have, it's little costly, right? Even let's talk about we go to the gym, right? If we talk about the price of protein and everything, that's hundreds of dollars monthly, right?
Mhm.
Your supplement and everything. So part-time work, you can barely manage to get your rent in and your groceries in.
Yeah,
So it's hard to then keep up with all the expenses you have.
yeah. At that time, that's kind of why I had to move back um, with Samuel because we were roommates prior to that. I moved to Toronto and then I moved around again and then I actually moved back to his house to be roommates again just because it saves a lot of money. Because
Yeah.
the cost of rent obviously is split, and then obviously everything else follows.
Yeah, I mean, renting is like it sounds like the only thing that everyone can only afford is
Yeah.
because like owning a place, like a house or something, is just way over the top with the pricing. Like an average of a townhouse or a semi-detached house, you're looking at least $500,000.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you got like all these condos that are just being built that are getting rid of all the land.
Yeah.
I mean, you're currently living in the country now where like nothing is like nothing's around. It's just all like acres and everything. Where on the other side, where it's more of an urban situation, all you see is cars flying around and like buildings are being built, cranes, construction.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Yeah,
construction.
that's okay.
Construction never ends, and
Yeah.
also with that, with in on top of that, I mean, we also got like snowstorms that are causing a lot of accidents, which brings like car insurance to like a high, and it's still going to
Mhm.
continue high because of the amount of accidents that we're getting.
Yeah. And not to mention with living, it's like I've like been searching for places for rent before I ended up here, and I go online like places like Kijiji or just like real estate sites. It's like the costs for an apartment renting like plus the utilities for just a one bedroom is like pretty much the same as renting a house with four bedrooms. Like how do
I
you even
just signed the
justify that?
lease like for next month. It's 1,500 plus utility,
Yeah. Like how do you even justify that?
and that's just basement, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not whole house.
Yeah.
Compared to Toronto, a bachelor pad, which is like, I don't know how much square feet it is. I'm not good with numbers, but like a one bedroom is like
Mhm.
at least 1,500, and then a
Yeah.
So yeah,
condo.
that's what I'm paying, right? That's what I have to pay from next month. 1,500 plus utility. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be like 1,700, 1,800, and that's not even like he's like not Wi-Fi is little bit slow, so you have to get your own Wi-Fi. So that's gonna add up as well, right?
That's why
Yeah.
like a lot of savings going on. Like for me personally, like I'm working nonstop. I finally killed my debt from the pandemic because of
Mhm.
all these like employment insurances that tends to be like over the top because everyone tends to be getting that when they're not eligible to be getting that, and then we ended up
Yeah.
paying back. So
Yeah.
I got rid of that, and now I'm finally like continuing what I was supposed to do 10 years ago, which is putting money aside so then I can put that towards a place as a
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
timer. So that's one thing.
Yeah.
Just I get where people want to like get out like in their early, in that young age, but sometimes they want to go, but they end up like going back home because they cannot afford
Mhm.
it later on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And no disrespect to the people, I mean they got the experience of like living on their own, but then they end up coming back home. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Because you are not left with many options. When you leave your house, you start living on your own. Then after some time, you don't have like many options.
you're basically
Mhm.
You
paying the
either live
piper.
like a broke or you just move back,
You're
Yeah.
basically paying the
right?
piper. You finally got what you
Basically, that's it.
want. You finally got what you want, and then later on you just start to pay the price right there, and then you ended up like
Yeah.
going back to square one.
Yeah.
I mean, that is why like I wanted to make sure that I make the right choice the first time so I don't have to make that mistake later on and do it over again.
Yeah. Like even just ask Sam, like the amount of times I've moved just from like 2019 until now, it's like been well over 15 times.
Yeah. For me, in last 3 years, 6 houses, five
Yeah.
city.
Yeah, yeah.
Six
Can't
houses,
believe
five city,
can't
two
believe you pulled
provinces.
that off.
Like the main reason too is just job searching because I got laid
Yeah.
off so many times when COVID first hit, obviously because the cases were just rapidly going up.
Yeah.
So I worked like a lot of uh like ironworking companies, and those already aren't the most reliable jobs because they kind of just they'll
Yeah.
throw you out like it's nothing no matter how long you've worked there.
Yeah.
And then I worked security a bunch, especially like overnight while I did uni. Um, it's just hard. And then like where I am now, I actually got a job agent. She helped me get like a professional resume done, and her job is to actually find people work. That's her whole job. And if you can't find a job, she'll literally like offer the employer incentives to hire you, so like money or something like that. And she couldn't even do that for me. She was like, it's getting very like getting worse and
Yeah,
worse every year.
that's what I mean.
Just even on Indeed, like anyone I talk to who's applying on Indeed, they have nothing but bad things to say about it. Like you'll apply everywhere and you'll just get nothing, no callbacks, nothing.
That's the thing, though. People are living in like hotspot area, like major cities, right? In far, like you can find cheaper house and everything, but
Yeah.
then you won't have job or anything. You won't be paying like $1,000 for renting in
Hmm.
further area, but there's no jobs there, right? So people are moving to major cities, and that's why rent and everything's going up, right?
Hmm.
You're looking at students coming over here now. They're moving here to Canada from their home country, and they are like they're trying to find a job, but they're also on top of that they're going to school, and they rent it out with like roommates and stuff. So they're trying to keep up with all these expenses, working so much, but keeping up with their studies and then so on. Like I have a few people that are working so hard to make sure that they keep their job and also keeping up with their studies and
Hmm.
also with their place too.
Yeah,
Like I'm getting lots of that here.
because if everyone's moving to the hotspot, it's gonna be like more crowded, more costly, and less job, right? And that's the thing. Like you can buy a nice house, but it won't be around major city.
I,
It would be cheaper, it would be nice, but
I would rather be away from the city.
Yeah.
Suburbs, all that stuff, it's
yeah,
quiet.
we rather would, but then there won't be any work. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
an average of like being away from work from where you live. I mean, what is it like half hour average?
That's for me.
Yeah. So it's something like that. I mean, I'd rather not work near my house. I'd rather get out of my bubble and then work somewhere that is like not nowhere near. Because the thing is, you don't want to get that reminder that you're still at home while you're at work, 5 minutes away from the house.
Yeah,
Like I don't like to be too comfortable or something. That's why I'm always out. I'm always out every day. I'm working two jobs.
Yeah.
I'm working from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. But I'm also like putting in like a session at the gym like 5 in the morning, and then just keep moving or something, just so I can make money, and then do what I like to do.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm sort of the same. Like even when I was done my cybersecurity from uni, uh, it just wasn't a passion for me anymore when it turned into work, and I can't sit here for like 8 hours straight on my desk. Can't do it. I need to always be like moving, hands on.
yeah.
Can't
I
do it.
can't sit in the same place for hours and hours
Yeah,
all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
that's why like
Even though
it's
I have to do that after
Yeah.
like few
Currently.
months, but still.
like I'm currently working full time at a desk every 8 hours a day, but also I'm still working at the retail store Gap, and that balances out the work ethic by moving around. Where it kind of makes up for like just sitting down doing nothing, staring at a screen,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
destroying my body when destroying my body by just sitting down, like killing your spine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
get
Especially speaking about construction, it's just getting worse and worse. Like I've noticed that especially in my city. Just streets, like there'll be one section, you'll go back the next day, it's just extended all the way down the street. It's just getting worse. So
oh,
many detours around. And then you go to
yeah,
Montreal, and that's just a whole other story itself.
I'm just looking at clips
yeah,
of like Montreal construction. But
Mhm.
going back to Mississauga, I mean, gets the driving gets worse. I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know how they have a chance to cause an accident when you have like five to seven lanes in one freaking street just going down one way, and you cause an accident. Like it's big enough that you still have a chance of doing something stupid. Like a lot of street racer, all that stuff,
it
racings and
takes
stuff.
it takes skills. It takes skills.
It takes
See, the
It takes
skills.
skills to mess something up.
It
the
takes
Quebec
skills.
drivers are
Fine.
crazy.
I'll take my dad's Odyssey, and then I'll drift around in that freaking minivan like a fool.
Bro, I ride around in an '03, a manual Mini Coupe, and somehow people still like manage to almost crash into me, and I have just a tiny car. Like you go to Montreal, you're just like butt to butt with other cars, and still you'll find someone just creep in and go right in front of you and cut you off. It's like, why?
I
It's like and then you like meet them later and you stop right beside them. I was like, was it worth it? Like, we're right here next to each
they
other.
they
We are the
stare at
same,
you
yeah.
too as they
We are
drive
the same.
away.
They're just like staring ahead. I'm just like,
Even
really?
even parking lots, like I'm gonna go back to the point where students come by, they're like driving their, I'm gonna say so-called parents' car, like a Mercedes or something like that, but they can't even park properly, or they can't even back out of a parking spot. Damn it! I mean, seriously, you're just going back straight. You're just going straight. You're not even turning. You're gonna cause like an accident or something by hitting someone.
And
Yeah.
they can't do that without technologies and cameras, right?
You can never rely
Even with
on a
technology,
reverse
it's not.
camera. Never.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why in driver's test they don't let you even use it
No.
because you're not supposed to
I
rub.
never had a, I never had camera, so I don't know how
I
that
o-
works. So
I
I don't
only
have any idea.
I only use a reverse camera when I'm in the spot. That's it.
Yeah, to see the line.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
never
The
like
side
I
mirrors, the
never had
side
a
mirrors.
car that had sensors and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Side mirrors are all just like,
Yeah, just the side mirror.
or I'll just like twist my back with my hand like you're pretending
Yeah.
you're helping out with a chick.
Yeah, you're the girl. Yeah.
Make it look cool by just backing into a parking spot.
Yeah. Just turning around.
Just like
Like,
this.
hey, we're parked. We're parked. We're not moving.
Just let me put on park. Okay, we're good.
We didn't even leave the house.
We didn't even leave. We're in the driveway. Don't worry, no one's gonna see us. We got tinted windows here. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah. Or they'll just be parked and just back out really fast. And the thing with that is too, you can't even like get insurance in a parking lot or something, right? It's like it's everyone's fault or whatever in a parking lot.
Oh, you
Yeah,
cannot tell
It's like
who's at
yeah, no one's
fault.
to blame.
something like that.
Yeah, it's like no
Private
one's to
areas.
blame in parking lots.
Private
Yeah,
areas. You
yeah,
cannot. Even if you got like a camera above, it's not that no. I don't know. You cannot get all that footage because it's not gonna help you at all.
yeah, yeah. It's stupid. Like no, I'm pretty sure it was his fault.
So back to expenses and that thing,
Yeah.
simple living. So the one thing I wanted to say like the why have so much expenses than older generation because we like to wear branded clothes, wear branded shoes,
Well, I
have
mean,
like have cool cars. See, let's be honest. If I'm wearing something, yeah, branded thing, right? If I'm paying 60, 70 bucks for a t-shirt, I could get like five, six of those from Walmart, right? It's just
yes.
to cover myself. It's just to cover myself. But we want to wear branded clothes and everything, right?
Oh my gosh, you might
And
as well.
we like to spend money on it.
You remember that? You remember that time when Supreme became a big thing? Remember that? Supreme?
When people were in line for a crowbar,
Take
which
a
said
white
Supreme
T-shirt and put a
the
logo that
Oh,
whole
I
says
night.
know.
Supreme. There you go. You have a
Yeah,
Supreme logo, but on a Gillidan T-shirt.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the thing.
Might as well just go to Pacific Mall and get all
So
those counterfeit
that's another
shirts.
thing.
yeah.
Seriously, you want to go bootleg and
So
make it look real?
that's
Go to freaking Pacific Mall. It's right there. Just don't get arrested.
Yeah,
because we like to show off. This generation like to show off. That's
Yeah.
why some of like, not everyone, not I'm saying everyone is doing that, but at least like little more than little portion of general people that want to show off their branded shoes and
Yeah.
like maybe a purse or something like that,
Yeah.
sunglasses, and then they overspend and they'll have a debt and everything, and they'll
Mm-hmm.
be like,
Yeah. I'm just
I
like,
have
yeah,
this much debt.
I'm no offense to the kid
yeah.
to the new generation, but like I'm seeing like all their stuff that they buy. Like they're just so expensive. I don't know what it is. I'm seeing kids that are like going to Foot Locker buying like $200 like Air Forces, Air Jordans, and all that stuff. And do you guys have a job? Stuff like that.
Yeah, then people like they spend the money they don't even have. It's like you have bills coming up, but you end
On
up
the
just
thing they
spending.
don't need. The
Yeah,
money they don't have on the thing they don't need.
yeah, exactly.
That's hard to
That's not a
do.
necessity. That's just for show.
Yeah,
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 it's
that is. It's
temporary.
all about self-control.
It's all temporary.
Yeah.
I mean, look, like right now, groceries are going up. I mean, the only thing that makes up for it is that it's tax free, right? Produce,
Mm.
all that stuff. But
Yeah.
like they're raising up the prices for food, groceries, and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
it's just becoming a little bit pain. But for like families now, trying to feed their
Yeah.
families and stuff. Like, look at all the
Well, even
strikes
yeah,
going on.
where I live,
Yeah.
yeah, where I live, we have like Food Basics and Freshco, and for let's say a whole year that I've been living here, only Freshco has had any halal meats,
Hmm.
and those are the only meats I can eat, obviously, as a
Yeah.
Muslim. And frequently, I would go there, and everything would just be sold out
Wow.
because like there's quite a few
Yeah.
Muslims living near my area, and obviously, as soon as they stock up, everyone wants to go and get it. So
Yeah.
just recently, they finally added more selection in Food Basics near me as well. So
Did you see a lot?
it's been nice.
Did you see a lot of like your like people in Ottawa, like just when it comes to like that situation where halal foods are like sold out? Like, was there a lot of
Yeah,
people like that living in
yeah,
Ottawa? Okay.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy. You'll go because they restock it normally on a certain day of the week. You'll go there. You think you're going there fairly early to beat everybody, but you go there, everything's just sold out. It's like people line up outside the doors.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. And those are expensive
Yeah,
too. Those are more expensive than just
yeah.
like
They're
regular
no, they
meats.
actually went down. They're actually the same now.
Oh yeah?
They used to be that. Yeah, that used to be the case, but like, thank God it finally went down to be
Mm-hmm.
the same.
Mm.
Wow.
The thing I was like saying earlier, the one dialogue that feels like clearly from the Fight Club. Do you remember that dialogue?
No.
What?
Like advertising has us chasing clothes and cars, working jobs we don't need, we hate to do, right?
Hmm.
To buy things we don't even need.
Yeah.
So that's like case in so many people right now.
Yeah.
Even technology,
Oh
not
my
just
God! Don't
clothes
talk
and
about
everything.
technology.
Technology,
Sheesh.
like mobile phones, headphones, and everything.
Every
Yeah, everyone
year,
has to have the latest thing. Yeah.
every year,
Latest thing,
iPhone.
yeah,
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 come
iPhone,
on.
In 10 years, you'll get
Like,
the biggest iPhone as possible. A door.
yeah,
yeah,
It'll
literally.
become like it's what is it? iPhone 15? iPhone 25
yeah,
will probably
iPhone,
be
yeah.
like a mini door from a doghouse or something. It's
Yeah,
like this
even the
huge.
newest like Androids, the flip one, the newest one is literally holding it like this to your head.
Oh my God, the fold you're talking about. I'm
Yeah,
glad I
like the
have a
newest
flip.
one.
I'm glad I have a flip because seriously,
Yeah.
that fold, it's like a binder. Like I here, like I'll just
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
imagine
literally
I
the
know
that.
that
thing.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
That's literally the equivalent of what it was.
Oh my goodness. That's
So
just
yeah, even the technology, right? That's for show off as well. Some of those things, at least.
Even this, like, this is only the iPhone 10, and I've had this for like four
iPhone,
years.
this phone is broken for like more than a year now,
Yeah, I've had this for a
front and back.
couple
Yeah,
years, and it doesn't. Why do you get a new one if you don't need? You're just wasting money. And then they have this like whole collection of
it's the same
every iPhone that's
features.
come out.
You're
Yeah,
only getting like one or two new features. What is the
yeah.
point?
Ooh, the camera
Ooh,
quality is a tiny bit better.
tiny bit
and
better.
phone is there for me to connect with everyone, right? It's doing that. I'm taking the
Yeah,
calls. It's working. I don't have to
exactly.
show it off to anyone, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You
Plus,
remember?
I'm never on my phone anyway, so I don't need.
Yeah,
Do you
and it
remember?
doesn't have to be status symbol, right?
Yeah,
Do you remember when you were recording videos at the gym, and those
Yeah,
kids you were talking to, they were like looking at
yeah,
it like, is that a phone? Is this guy from the future? No, guy. You're you're looking at like the 1990s phone that is the originator of the flip phones.
Yeah, yeah.
Flip phone.
Seriously, I love when they brought it back, but still, like yeah, I don't know why like iPhones are becoming a big thing every year.
Yeah,
You
everyone
got
has to
like
have the latest gadget.
the latest gadget, but three different types. You got like the iPhone Pro, iPhone SE,
Yeah,
iPhone Mini,
Max.
iPhone Max, iPhone Mini,
Mm,
Bob, all of that stuff. Like
yeah.
at least they changed their plug. You know how they used to have their
Oh,
own separate
yeah.
plug for
Now they have
Yeah,
charging,
the
yeah,
and
yeah.
now,
Name
and
that
now
Type-C.
and they
now they have the
finally
Type
got it
C.
to the USB-C. I mean, really,
Yeah.
come on.
It's same
Like
as
we have
Android, right?
different plug. Yeah, they have different
Yeah.
plug
It took
until
you.
iPhone 14.
It took them like
Yeah, and
Well,
now
15
they are back to
years.
fucking Type-C.
you know what's stupid though? You buy a new phone, it doesn't even come with the actual wall adapter. It just comes with the cord. It's
A
like,
cord,
why?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it is
Why?
right now. Well,
Yeah.
actually, the Androids still come with the plug, but
Like,
some of the
sure,
Android.
you pay like near $2,000 for the phone, but now you don't get the
yeah.
wall adapter.
You
Stupid.
get a
I
pin.
remember, yeah, I remember like my first phone I ever got. I think it was like one of old Samsung or whatever when I was in high school, and
Hmm.
it actually came with like headset in it.
Yeah.
I
It
was like,
used to
Oh,
what?
came with headset and
yes.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah,
I was like, what?
I
This is
remember
sick.
that. I remember
Yeah.
that. I think my first phone was like a block. It was like a little block phone, Nokia phone, where they spend
Yeah.
so much time on putting that volume up to high when the rings and
yeah,
the
Yeah.
vibration too. But it does come with a headset, but it's got like the
yeah.
plug where it's like a very odd plug, one of those things. But
The
later,
bigger one. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
well,
yeah.
yeah, it's like a squared plug, but it's
Yeah.
like
Also, I remember when I got my like first touchscreen in 2014 or 13. It came even with screen like different screen guard, back cover, headset, cable, wall adapter, everything
Mm.
and in a nice box. And right now they'll give you like box that fits the phone, just fits the phone
it's so
and a
thin.
cable. That's it.
Actually, the package
That's
is like
it.
so big, but the phone
Yeah,
but the phone is like so thin. That's all
Yeah.
yeah.
you got.
And I spent what over 2000, and you are giving me just cable and a small fucking box.
Yeah,
Give me
man.
something like a case or something.
Those are the people that saying like it's hard to keep my expenses down and I'm struggling right now. And as soon as new iPhone came, they are
Yeah.
like, I need a new iPhone.
Look at the
Yeah, it's like
Why?
plans.
it's like what
Why?
happened to your rent?
Look at the
Yeah,
plans that
why?
they're doing right now. I remember when I remember when phone plans used to be 3 years, and now they brought it down to 2 years, and they jacked up the price, and you have to have like minimum data of like 1 or 2 gigs to have an Android or an
Yeah,
iPhone.
Yeah, and then I'll never do contract.
Yeah,
So I
that's
just do pay as you go, and like even the lowest one, you get like nothing.
I pay.
yeah,
Yeah, I just bought my current phone unlocked, and then I just
Yeah,
transferred over to a plan, and I'm paying
that's
like
what I do.
half of like what a regular plan would be.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Same
So
thing.
yeah, but yeah,
Plus,
like
if you don't have the money that month, just don't pay.
yeah, but yeah, like
As long as your phone is working,
Yeah,
the phone. Yeah,
you don't need to buy the latest one.
yeah,
no,
That's
exactly.
how it should be, right?
Hmm.
but like going back
And
to
you
the top. Go ahead.
you can't complain about something that you are doing yourself, right?
Hmm.
Like you are buying the shit that you don't even need, that doesn't need to be in your life. And then you talk about like how costly it's getting, then it's not like okay.
Yeah.
But going back
Mm,
into like to our topic, I mean, on top of like technology and everything, I mean, you got like online shopping that is going berserk right now.
yeah,
Everyone is just stuck on that Amazon stuff.
yeah,
So, I mean,
yeah. It's at
there,
an all-time high,
I mean,
and
there
like
are,
everything's just becoming easier as well.
I mean, there
Like
are
when it comes
people,
to that.
there are people that are still going out and in-store shopping. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm still up for that because if you're gonna buy clothing over there, I mean, what happens if it doesn't fit?
yeah. Plus, you can never guarantee with shipping. There's always like cancellations or weather
Yeah,
conditions. You just don't know. It's
Y-
really that's why it only says an estimate. just because you can't really gauge that.
If you're going to return something on Amazon, they
Yeah,
charge you for they charge you for shipping it back, unless you talk
yeah.
to like a CSR. But I
Hmm.
mean, in general, everything has been everything, all the credit. You're not getting all the credit for returning stuff back to Amazon.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty old-fashioned too, where like if I have money, I take everything in cash just because one, I don't trust the bank just because of many times I've been screwed over.
Yeah.
And I'm same with like that. I'm an in-store shopping kind of person because like if
Mhm.
I want to do something, I like to do it now. Like if I have
Yeah.
to like pay bills or something, I want to just do it now or have an appointment or whatever. I just like to get it done just to get it done.
Yep. And you're right there too.
Yeah,
You see what you see right in front of you
yeah,
instead of waiting 2 days later for it to
yeah,
arrive.
exactly.
Hmm. Cars. Look at the cars now. I mean, cars are becoming like sporty now as a standard.
Hmm.
But now, since the pandemic was over, cars are starting to become like more. What do you say? Backlogged. They're
Hmm.
coming a backlog because of all that. What the hell's that word called? Inflation. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, because all the parts are being like backlogged. They're all being delayed, and they cannot. All the factories are not like managing to make more cars now. Like I remember before I got my current one, I was about to get a different one, but they said that it was not going to get shipped until November, and it was August that I was looking for a new car. So
hmm,
then instead, I saw my current car sitting in the parking lot, and then I decided, okay, I'm just going to pick that.
yeah,
I'll take
yeah.
it.
Hmm.
That's another thing. Like if you're gonna get your own car, a new car, great, but you could be waiting months for that car, depending on like your specs that you want.
Yeah. I was searching for a new car for such a long time before I was just going on Kijiji. I actually lucked out, got mine for 1500. Nothing wrong with it.
Car is the topic I shouldn't talk about.
uh, well, I
Depression.
mean, we can go on a
When
side
it
note.
comes to car, I'm very unlucky, so I rather not talk about. It's not just one car, Andrew. The second one now.
Yeah,
First,
the old Stang.
the Stang,
The Mustang.
the
Then I
Stang,
bought another one
the
which has bigger engine than Mustang, and it blew up too after a month.
what did you
That's
have
sad,
again? The
man.
second one?
It's a Buick
Yeah,
Lucerne.
Oh yeah, the Buick. Oh yeah, yeah, the Buick. Yeah.
It's a bigger engine than Mustang, but it blew up after a month.
yeah, sad days.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I've been very lucky in the car I bought. So I rather not talk about those.
How about the broken motor in your Stang where your sunroof
It,
could not go?
right now, the new one, this one doesn't go in the US. The transmission blew up.
Hmm.
So yeah, let's not talk about cars.
Seriously, I don't get with people like talk about something right now like about cars where there are some people that are moving over here, but they tend to get the most expensive car as possible at an age while they are a student. Why do they have to do that to themselves? I get it. Like you said, Karan, showing off.
I
Showing
didn't show
off.
up. I like the car.
No, but showing off. I mean, I get it. You want to get your dream car, but then you pay the price by like either selling it
Losing your savings.
or losing your
Losing your
savings.
savings. In
Yeah,
short,
you're
yeah.
losing your expenses. You're losing your money just to fix that temporary situation right there.
Yeah, that's what I said. If you are doing it to show off, then don't do it. But if it's your dream, you want it, it's worth it, then do it.
That's the
I lost my
thing.
saving, yeah, but it was worth it for me, yeah.
That's the thing I saw a lot in high school was when people came over. I don't think they realized just how expensive Canada was because,
Yeah.
yeah, their savings just to start depleting because they're just spending on all these like accessories and whatnot. And I used to see it in school all the time. Like, I don't think they fully grasp that not it's
Well,
not cheap.
in high school, yeah, they think about what they want. They finally got what they want, but
Yeah.
later on they don't realize the reality of like what the story behind it is.
Plus, I don't think they fully realize like once they got sent over here, that's like a whole other responsibility.
Yeah.
Whereas in their home countries, I'm sure they didn't really have to worry that much.
No,
Yeah, true.
because they got their families with them.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of have that like safety net.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a teenager.
Yep.
Yeah.
As Andrew said, they can move back, right?
Mm.
If
Good.
you move out right now, you can move back to your family. But once you leave that, then your safety net is gone.
Yeah,
Then you
exactly.
are on your own.
Lots
And
of
then
that.
the
Lots of
reality sets in. Yeah.
reality sets in. You finally moved out. You're on your own. Yay,
Yeah.
freedom! At the
Yeah.
same time, crap.
Yeah.
So
Wait, I can't pay rent anymore.
Oh wait, shit.
I gotta work at
it comes
McDonald's.
with a
I gotta work.
price, but
I
the
work at
reward
McDonald's.
is
I
not
became a
good enough.
manager. I became a manager now. I'm a 15-year-old manager now, wearing a blue polo, walking around
Yeah,
McDonald's.
with this
Yeah,
uni
that,
degree that
that's
I never used because I couldn't afford to not work.
Yeah.
Mm.
so you have to pay a price. I think it's much higher than the reward itself.
The moral of the
So if
story.
you want,
The moral
I
of the
mean, if you
story.
got it, yeah.
The moral of the story. You get what you want. You pay what is coming to you.
yeah,
I mean, we're only talking about a specific type of people too. I mean, like if you have it, you have it, and like good for you. Like if you
yeah,
either worked for it or your family's wealthy, then by all means. But
Cool.
it's not really the majority case.
yeah, true.
So, because we speak from experience, I guess, when
Yeah.
it comes to the
If you
troubles.
got the thing you worked for, then we understand. If you lost
Yeah,
that thing,
yeah, exactly.
because you did something and then you earned that thing and then you lost it, then we can understand.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
There's
if you're
always
spending like what you don't have, then you kind of got to be
Yeah.
smarter.
there's always circumstances on top of
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah,
So basically, simple living is all we are saying. No show off. Try to keep your expenses down.
Lay
yeah.
low.
Be
Stay
Lay low.
smart.
low. Be smart
Be
about your
smart.
savings. Be smart about what your decisions are.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, just
Especially
make it.
given at younger, like around our age, I guess,
Yeah.
like younger 20s, you really got to watch more carefully because
Yeah.
you're getting into those ages where responsibility sets in and you have to think for yourself.
But also, you're already at the age right now for the 20-year-olds is that everything is so expensive now.
Yeah.
Um, it's tough. Gas prices are high. I
Yeah.
mean, if you're going to be driving around, I mean, good luck on your gas. I mean, try to save up, try and make sure you have a good job too. But yeah, there's not a lot of jobs that have security that has like job securities now. You rarely see
Yeah.
that now. Big companies, even big companies now. If you got a job at like a Walmart, good for you. It's a big company,
Yeah.
but like those type of places, what if they lay you off?
Yeah. That's another point I had. I remember in the last episode where when you first got a job, especially before the pandemic hit, I remember like even having my first jobs, they give you that probation period where it's I think 3 months if I'm not
3 months.
mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like they can't just fire you over nothing. It has to be like very, very valid reasons. And
Within
they
the
give you lots of chances.
after the 3 months though, because
Yeah,
if they
exactly.
fire you within those 3 months, then they don't have to have a
Yeah,
reason because you're under
exactly.
probation. But like,
Exactly.
yeah,
You don't see that anymore.
yeah, anything that you get like a great job from like assuming a job security thing, you could still get laid off from for no
Yeah.
matter what because one, like we are always going to say the same thing. Everything is getting expensive. Cutting
Yeah.
costs is always happening in big companies. Like I'll just bring up a weird comparison, but like big television companies right now, there was one where I'll just bring up like MMA, UFC, and WWE. They merged together into one big company, and all of a sudden they just saved like millions of dollars in cut costs, and they fired everyone fired everyone later on. That's
Mhm.
what happens. So anything
Yeah.
like a Walmart or anything that's so big you think that it's going to be a job security situation, don't think that. Just think of it
Yeah.
as it's a job, and then just work your way up. Just do your
Yeah.
best to like stay there and go above and beyond your position, what you're paid for. Yes, you're getting a minimum wage, but it's better off to stay put than to just rely on like, okay, you're getting paid this much and you're only going to do minimum because based on what you're earning.
Yeah. Plus, a lot of times we don't really have a choice, especially nowadays. Where, like, speaking from experience, you do work at those jobs you may not like as much, but again, you don't have a choice. It's better to have a job than not have one.
It's paying the
Yeah,
bills.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. You got to do what you got to
It's
do.
part of your life. You need it, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even if you don't like it, just do that job. And
Yeah.
if you're
Especially.
earning 100 and spending 95, that's your expense. You don't have to put those $5 in show off or do some bad things like drugs or anything like that.
Oh my
You
Yeah. Yeah.
can
That's.
god.
save those money and use it for future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to vape around or day drinking or something like that. You can
Yeah.
save those $5 that you
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. Every penny counts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Time is money too.
Yep.
And it's costing your health.
Yeah.
If it was like good for you, those drugs and everything, then by all means do that. But it's costing your health too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. None
It
of
could
it's
cost
good.
your life too. So
You never
Yeah.
know what's gonna happen in like health wise as you get
Yeah.
older.
Because tomorrow's
Those
not guaranteed.
those things could just hit you right at the spot. Doesn't matter when. It'll just hit
Yeah.
you.
yeah,
You see the healthiest of people drop. You think those drugs won't do worse?
yeah.
Or even a healthiest
And
person. Fit.
That's what I mean.
even if
Yeah.
you don't think like that, you don't worried about like you are not worried about your health, you'll save money. Just think about that.
Yeah. Exactly. It's the simplest of things.
Yeah,
Just don't do it.
yeah.
Just say no.
Yeah. There's zero benefit in the thing you're doing. Why do it?
It's not necessity. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to like your expense. You are choosing to spend on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure it's sort of like a permanent thing in a good way. Not something that
Yeah,
is not something that is a temporary thing in a good way. Because
Yeah.
those things will just not last.
yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much
Well,
all the points I had.
I think I've
Same.
got
I
my
don't have
I
anything more to add.
think I've done my rant, but
Yeah.
but we
Yeah, good.
can. But I mean, in the next episode, when all four of us get together, we can get a follow up on like what Sam's opinion is. I
Yeah.
The
mean,
last session we lost, we had lots of content, but we lost it.
yeah, we lost it. But I mean, I know that Sam's got some good pointers for to follow up on this episode.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's just the three of us. We're just waiting on him, and then we'll
Yeah.
see where we go from there. But I mean, we hit the 51-minute mark. We're at like around 45 minutes, so that's a good thing for us three. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
for coming on in the last
Tuning
minute
in.
to do this episode, man.
Yep.
Thanks
mean-
everyone for tuning in.
Adios, amigo. Thanks for tuning in.
I mean, we do our best to try and get this podcast, whether it's the three of us, the two of us, maybe one of us. We'll
Yeah,
do our best to try and
exactly.
make sure this
Yeah.
is going every week, every Friday. Don't forget YouTube. We are on. I don't know if Twitter is a useful thing to have, but I mean we are on Twitter. All our links is on Linktree on our Instagram. Don't think it Linktree the other way around about OnlyFans.
Never, never.
Never. We are not doing that thing. And if we are, we are
On
streaming
OnlyFans,
video
check out
games.
my OnlyFans.
But
I post my gym videos on OnlyFans. These links in my bio.
Yeah, we have OnlyFans, but I promise it's video games.
it's video games. We are
Yeah.
playing poker.
It's OnlyFans, but it's PG-13. Don't worry. Kids can
Yeah.
watch it.
We're
Yeah.
playing Call of Duty. It's PG on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness though, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to
Thanks
us.
for watching.
Keep up to
Yeah.
date. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. We are on TikTok. Yes, I know. But all the other podcasts, Spotify, platforms that you listen to. I mean, there is an RSS feed on our Spotify,
Yep.
Anchor, or whatever we are using now to put all our podcasts. So, and until
Yep.
then, I mean, take it easy, guys. See you all in the new
Yep.
week,
Take
and
care.
stay tuned.
You guys.
Thanks for tuning in again.
Thanks, guys.